Hi, I'm Jackie, and I'm wondering, have you ever been sick from something that you've eaten? It's really not a nice feeling, is it? So sometimes we get sick from food because it hasn't been prepared properly or cooked properly. But other times we might get sick from food because it's just too old. But how do we know when it's too old? All right, in this video, we're going to have a look at how we can tell when food is safe to eat and when it's not. Now, when we buy foods packaged, we will usually see a number or a date on them. Sometimes they may say use by, and sometimes they may say best before. In this video, we're going to look at the foods that say best before. Now, all of these foods here have best before dates on them. And some of them, like this, tacos and the stock, they can stay in the cupboard. Some of them, like the cheese and the cucumbers, they need to go into the fridge. But you will see they all have a best before date on them. When you see a best before date, it means that these foods should be eaten before that date because that's when they will taste the best. You can eat these foods a few days after that date, but they won't taste as good, and I wouldn't leave it any longer than 3 to 4 days after. Packaged food usually comes with a pretty long best before date. This one will last in my cupboard until September 2023. That's one whole year. The honey will last until 2026. Sometimes we forget things are in our cupboard, and when we check the date, we see they have expired, sometimes a long time ago. When this happens, the food is not safe to eat, and the only thing we can do is to throw it in the bin. Tinned food usually lasts a long time, like this tuna and corn. The corn has a best before date of 2025. When there is no date on tinned food, like this tuna, it is best not to store it in the cupboard for a long time, but rather eat it as you buy it. Like tinned food, frozen food also lasts a long time. They need to be kept in the freezer, and you should always check the best before dates before using them. Like the long-lasting food we have in our cupboards, we sometimes forget about the foods we keep in the freezer. But when you check the best by date and the date is old, you need to throw the food into the bin. When you go to do your shopping, even though you know things might last for a long time in your cupboard, always check the best before dates before you buy them. Now, it's important to remember, even though something has a best before date, and this date says the 28th of March 2023, that date is only before you open it. Once you have opened something that has a best before date, you really need to look at the carton or the jar and find out how long you have to use it. This one, once you open it, you must use it within 5 days. Now, once something has been opened and been sitting in your fridge or cupboard for some time, you always should smell it and look at it before you use it, because it may not be safe to use anymore. Remember, before you eat food, always check the best before dates. Sometimes best before dates may be hard to find, so if you are not sure, always ask someone to help you. So to keep safe with food, always check use by and best before dates. And if you are not sure, look, feel and smell the food before eating it. or ask someone to check the food for you.